Hey everyone, so it's 11:11, so make a wish. I thought that was kind of funny. But anyway, I am coming to you tonight because I am going to show you a couple of documents. So, I hate that on my glasses. So on February 5th of 2019, we wrote a letter to the World Bank on the ANC, and I've got a copy of it up. So there are 3 pages. I had to do some things to it to get it to show here, so it's not all one page. But so basically we wrote one to the president and one to the vice president of the World Bank, and it is regarding Republic of South Africa, World Bank loans, corruption and fraud of state-owned enterprises. We refer the above. As you may or may not be aware, this letter and attachment serves to put a brief spotlight on the organic, systematic fraud and corruption which has been orchestrated by ANC state parties and or organs of the state party, which includes state-owned enterprises. Which is of concern is the current level of active World Bank loans which need to be investigated. The state party is currently embracing the systematic fraud and corruption which can be shown by the Zondo Commission and state capture inquiries. We attach the following. Number 1, our filings of complaint to the Attorney General of the United States Department of Justice Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. If you can remember, I spoke about this the other day, the SEC. This is a big deal. I did not attach that document with this because there is a reason, and I will reveal that when I have the interview with Hero. So it goes on to say, our filings of submission to the Director of Public Works Department regarding the EWC, or expropriation without compensation. And what that was a letter to the EWC, because if you will remember back, the land expropriation bill was taken off the table due to unforeseen circumstances. And it was put back on the table, but it was done very sneaky by the Department of Public Works. So we wrote a letter to the Department of Public Works and told them that we were using their Gazette issue as evidence with the ICC filing because they had no authority to do this, and they were breaking the law by doing this. And we did use it as evidence. So that's just a little explanation on that letter. The World Bank active file shows the following 2 areas which we believe are of interest and of which we have evidence of fraud by the state party. These are ESCOM and Land Bank Financial Intermediation Project. And it goes on to list some numbers and some facts. It's too small for me to read from here. Hold on, I have it printed out. Maybe I can see it better. So it lists the Technical Assistance Project for Development, Carbon Capture, Storage in the Republic of South Africa. Land Bank Financial Intermediation Project, South Africa Partnership for Market Readiness, the Regulatory Framework for IPPs, ESCOM Investment Support Project, BEIA, promotion of improved Blomas rocket stoves in South Africa, development, empowerment, and conservation in the Greater St. Lucia Wetland Park and surrounding region, South African cities' energy efficiency and renewable energy program, and PPIA of South Africa, capacity building support to National Treasury, PPP unit, municipal desk. We further note that the World Bank has set 2 goals for South Africa to achieve by 2030. End extreme poverty by decreasing the percentage of people living on less than $1.90 a day to no more than 3%. Promote shared prosperity by fostering the income growth of the bottom 40% for every country. In the role the World Bank provides a vital source of financial and technical assistance to developing countries around the world. So, one of the World Bank's mandates is to support development, when the role of the state party, being the ANC majority government for the last 25 years, have ventured from the very terms of agreements and obligations signed in securing such funding from international institutions. There needs to be oversight. Any such oversight has to be undertaken at an external level and not a domestic level in order for full transparency. In any oversight undertaken externally by the World Bank, this will no doubt cast a shadow over the low-interest loans, zero to low-interest credits, and grants which have been supplied to South Africa. Such low-interest loans, zero to low-interest credits, and grants are meant to be applied to the terms of reference that they've been allocated to such areas as education, health, public administration, infrastructure, financial and private sector development, agriculture, and environmental and natural resources management. We look forward to your reply in due course, and we will then follow up with the full prima facie case, which alone, based on the merits, will warrant further investigation. Your reply in the first instance can be by email. Kindest regards. So, this was sent to them along with a copy of the SEC filing and the letter to the EWC. So we got a response to this on March 5th, and it is from the interim president. It says, from World Bank, I acknowledge receipt of your letter dated February 5th, 2019, concerning allegations of fraud and corruption in projects financed by the World Bank and implemented by the Republic of South Africa. I also acknowledge that the same letter was received by the World Bank's Integrity Vice President International. In accordance with the World Bank's guidelines on fraud and corruption, any allegations that have been brought to my attention will be forwarded to INT, who will contact you as required by its procedures. Sincerely, Kristalina Georgieva? I can't read her name. So, I don't know if anyone saw. I know some people did see. But shortly after this, the World Bank released a report on South Africa, and it was not good. They said that they lowered their growth rate, and they basically said that they haven't gone anywhere since apartheid. and that that it's, you know, it hasn't moved. I mean, it's gone down. It was a first world country, but they've done nothing but, you know, borrow more money and more money and more money, but there's no growth. There's nothing but destruction. So I just wanted to bring this to your awareness because, you know, that didn't just happen by accident. And, you know, the SEC filing, that's a major deal because under the Foreign Corruptions Act, you know, that's what the United States government, and that is basically an umbrella to pretty much investigate anything they want. And I'm sure this is a scary thought for a bank, especially if they know that the South African government, who they are giving mass amounts of money to, is corrupt. And they have to know. I mean, there's another SEC investigation going on right now with Microsoft, EOH, and the ANC DOD. This is not good. I mean, there's several going on. And this may seem small, but it's just one more hit to the ANC. So don't take it lightly. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say for this video. I think Hero has asked me to agree to do an interview on the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. So if that changes, I will let you guys know, but I'll speak further on the SEC and some other things while he's on with me to explain further. So I thank you, and I will talk to you soon. Good night. It's past my bedtime.